I see that hand. Whenever you're ready.
Here you go. All right. So how many of you guys look at social media daily? Right, show hands. Yeah. I know I do as well. Things like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even texting is considered a form of social media. And it's created multiple platforms for us to communicate around the world, but it's also created the opportunity for cyberbullying. So today I will be addressing problems that are associated with cyberbullying, what causes these problems, and also some solutions. So first I will discuss two problems that are associated with cyberbullying. According to the Cyberbullying Research Center in 2015, who have been collecting data from middle school and high schoolers, they stated that an average of 26% of students have been victims of cyberbullying. 1 in 3 young adults have been bullied repeatedly through their cell phones and other forms of social media. So these effects of cyberbullying to these young adults is it can be anxiety, depression, loneliness, unhappiness, neglect, and poor sleep. And those are just some of them. There can be other symptoms as well. There it goes. I think it will skip the slide. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I clicked twice. So one of the effects of cyberbullying, it can increase the rate of suicide. So according to the National Bullying Prevention Center, victims of cyberbullying were 2.4 times more likely to report suicidal thoughts and also 3.3 times more likely to report suicide attempts than any youth who reported even not being bullied. So Rebecca Sedgwick, she was a 12-year-old girl who was a victim of cyberbullying through Facebook. She was bullied so bad that she said that she was going to give up, and she ran away from home, went to a concrete factory in her hometown. She climbed up a tower and then leaped to her death, and the police found her the next day. But some of the comments that were left on her Facebook page right before her death were, according to CBS News in 2014, who covered the story on her, there were 2 comments that were left that said, "If you haven't killed yourself yet, you should please just do it. You should go die, why don't you?" So there's also been a link to school shootings with cyberbullying or any other forms of cyberbullying or any other forms of bullying. So according to MSNBC in 2015, there have been 45 school shootings in the United States. I'm sure we all can remember a bunch of school shootings such as Columbine, Sandy Hook, and University of California, Santa Barbara. There have all been connections between cyberbullying or bullying at school and shootings. So the University of California, Santa Barbara, this individual, Elliot Rogers, he was rejected from people like his fellow classmates, also rejected from women, and he had a Facebook or a YouTube account that he constantly posted videos on, and he was also bullied on his YouTube page from comments and stuff. And right before the shooting, he posted a video called Elliot Rogers Retribution, where he said that he's going to kill all these people that rejected him, and then also the women that wouldn't accept him, and the people that bullied him throughout his YouTube account. And so he went on this rampage. He killed 6 people, including himself, and wounded 13 others. So now that we've looked at some of the problems associated with cyberbullying, we're going to look at the causes. There can be many causes to why bullies bully other kids. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint some. Some of these can include the feeling of being powerless in their own lives. These bullies seek vulnerable people, such as kids who don't have nice shoes, don't have clothing, nice clothing. It can also be their race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. Next one is they can have a difficult childhood or a dysfunctional family. There can be fighting at home, It could be either verbal or physical. It can also be a divorce. The bully's parents are currently going through it or has been. He can have a drug problem or an alcohol problem, or even a family member can have that. And also they can be insecure about themselves, according to the No Bullying resource in 2015. So now that we've discussed some causes of cyberbullying, we're going to look at some solutions. So watch what you say online. I mean, you can comment on a friend's Facebook page and it could be sarcastic, or you can comment on someone that you know and it can be sarcastic, and they can interpret it differently, and you don't know how they're going to look at it, and it can eventually hurt them, or it can hurt people around them. And also, everything you post on social media can be traced back to you. I think a lot of people forget this, but even if you delete something, it will, you can get traced back to it. So think about that. Also, be aware, on the lookout for cyberbullying. If you see it going on, let that person know, and or let the bully know that they're doing something that's wrong, and the person that is being cyberbullied, even stand up for them if you want to. So what can you do if you're a victim of cyberbullying, or even were a victim of cyberbullying? There's a lot of cyberbullying foundations or organizations that can help you. They provide counseling service, they provide meetings that you can go to, and also hotlines you can call to help yourself get through what you're going through. Some of these are called the Violence Prevention Works, Community Matters, and Cyberbullying Hotline. And also, if you're being cyberbullied and it gets so bad that you feel like you're being threatened, your life's being threatened, call law enforcement, because they are trying to make a stand for to put up with cyberbullying. So today I've discussed the problems that are associated with cyberbullying, some causes, and also some solutions. So I think this topic's very unaware to the public because we overlook it. We see stuff, we don't really think about it. I know I've seen stuff that I've overlooked, and we need to be more aware of it, and because we don't know the effects of it and how it can hurt other individuals. So please be more aware, and please help put a stop to cyberbullying, because it could be hurting someone you know that you love today.